Hi, I'm Jen Messina. I'm a clinical psychologist, and I have two college-age children and a high school-age daughter, and I'm watching them try to manage this new normal in terms of school being canceled and having to try to do their work remotely and manage all those pieces. So I thought it might be helpful to just share a couple of tips. The first thing that I want to say is that the situation is really unexpected and tough on everybody. There's lots of loss associated with it, and you have to honor that. If you spend too much time focusing on that, you're going to miss the opportunity actually to have this be a period of positivity and growth for you. My mantra for you throughout all of this is going to be intentionality. So how can you decide to use this as a period of time to stay on track and build skills that are good for you to have for the rest of your life, and really engage intentionally? So first thing to do is to dedicate a day to get organized. I think you should go old school and get a pen and paper and put two sheets out. And one sheet is going to be everything that you have to do. First, as it relates to for school. Second, as it relates to just for life. Do you need to have your mail forwarded? Or there's some bills to pay? Do you need to pay taxes? Do you have shampoo? Like all those kinds of things. And then for your relationships. So make a list of the folks who you want to FaceTime every day, no matter what. Even if it's just a 3-minute, hey, I love you, I miss you, just wanted to see your face. On your second piece of paper, what I want you to do is write all the things that you would like to do. Maybe it's things that you've wanted to do for a long time but never feel like you have had the time. Maybe you've always wanted to know how to do the splits, and so you're stretching every day for flexibility to see if you can do the splits by the end of quarantine. Maybe you've always wanted to learn how to cook, and you can decide to just cook a meal for your family once a week. Maybe you have been meaning to organize your room forever, and this is a time to do that. You can go on and look at a bunch of travel blogs and plan your next family vacation or other activities that you'd really like to do once this period is past. So you're going to take those two lists, and then what you're going to do is actually establish a daily schedule for yourself. And your daily schedule is going to have in pen the things that you must do, chunked across days so that it's manageable. It's especially hard when you're in an unstructured environment to do really sustained work. So encourage yourself to take a lot of breaks and have them be intentional, but to stay generally on a schedule. You're then gonna, in pencil, fill in all the things that are the nice to haves, the want to do's, and make sure you're balancing your time so you're able to get all of your work done, but also be growing in any way that you want to during this time. I also want you to really think in terms of scheduling around your sleep. If you do nothing else to maintain focus and concentration, to manage anxiety and mood, sleep is the single most important thing. Lots of tips out there around managing good sleep health. Two things I'll have you think about. The first is it's actually very good for you to get up at the same time every day. And if that can be a little earlier in the day, that's going to be good for you as opposed to being perhaps after what most of us would call morning. The other thing is that having a really good sleep routine and avoiding things like falling asleep with the screens on and avoiding staying up too late and getting into a cycle of insomnia can just go a long way for you. I also wanted to mention that you want to schedule in some wellness activities. So there are a number of different activities that are just good for you, and getting into really good habits around them are going to help you feel less anxious, more motivated, more connected and positive. So there's a whole set of wellness activities that are going to help mood and energy in general. Exercise is one important one. If you're somebody who hasn't been doing any exercise, there's lots of ways to just start really kind of easy. Maybe you're going to do some, video on that you find on YouTube. Maybe you want to, take a walk in your neighborhood. If you're a regular exerciser, being disciplined about sticking with that. I want you to really think intentionally about your nutrition. There's a very strong relationship between mood and what we eat, and there's a lot of ways to just be really intentional and healthy and positive to fuel our bodies so that we feel as good as we can feel. There's very good data that there's actually 2 activities that if you do them, it will make a really big difference for how you feel. The first is a daily gratitude practice, and that does not have to be some big, deep thing. It can be simple. It can be I'm grateful that I've got 3 friends I can't wait to FaceTime. I'm grateful that I am in a cozy bed. I'm grateful the sun is out today. Whatever that may be, if you pause and do it with intention, it can really make a difference. There's really good apps out there to do it. You can get a cute notebook, or you can just start a text chain with your friends. The second one is folks who identify a positive activity that they know they're going to enjoy, and they wake up in the morning and promise themselves that they're going to do it, tend to just feel better in general. Now, your positive activity does not need to be a huge deal. It literally can be 15 minutes of watching a funny video, doing a crossword puzzle, again, going for a walk with your dog in the neighborhood, FaceTiming your best friend, whatever it is for you. But knowing that no matter what you're having to do in terms of grinding out schoolwork or doing extra chores because you're home or whatever that might be, if you know that you're going to have this activity that you can look forward to, it's going to help your mood. So I hope that these tips are helpful, and again, the more that you engage with intentionality and a lot of empathy for yourself, the more this can be a positive growth experience.